I remember I was watching an Oprah Winfrey show. I think it was one of the second last shows she ever did. And Oprah Winfrey was talking about some experiences in her life. And she recalled one moment when she went into a beauty salon and lay down, and this lady placed her hands on her face, and Oprah Winfrey just felt a shudder of love go through her whole body. She'd never felt anything like it in a beauty salon before. At the end of it, she stopped and she said, "That was the most magnificent thing that has ever happened. Can you tell me what the heck were you doing? It was bizarre." And this woman said something very interesting. She said, "Oprah, my whole life I've known my calling." And Oprah says, "Well, I talk a lot about calling. I'm a big fan of that." She said, "No, Oprah, my whole life I had to overcome the shame and the guilt and the judgments of others to follow my calling." And Oprah said, "What is your calling?" She said, "Since I was a little kid, the only thing I have ever loved doing is extractions." Now, if you don't know what extractions are, it's a fancy way of saying popping pimples. It's just a fancy, dressed up way of saying she likes to get blackheads out of pores. She likes to pop pimples. Now, everyone thought she was crazy when she told her friends at school. She'd talk about it, and they'd say it's disgusting, it's gross, and she just put it away in the shadow. She was embarrassed by it. She went and got a day job, did whatever it is. Then one day she said, "Stuff this. I don't care about other people's opinions. I'm going for it. I'm going to honour my calling." So she started popping pimples for a fee. Right? I'm telling you, this woman's got the afternoon spare. She's looking for pores. That's all she's doing. A great way to find your values is if you've got 3 hours spare in the afternoon, what are you going to spend it on? What are you going to spend it on? Me, I'd spend it hanging out with my daughter and my wife, or writing programs. I love writing content. I mean, I'm up till 4 or 5 in the morning sometimes, a lot of the time. I just love it. I love trying to work out. The thing that lights me up is how quickly can I get you to learn something? It's a little bit selfish, but that's that really buzzes me. In the beginning it was making money doing what I love, for sure. Back in 10 years ago, I wanted to know that I could get paid to change people's lives. But nowadays, for me, it's like, how fast can I teach you something and you fully understand it? I find that is just a fascinating drive. Is anyone a teacher, an educator, a coach, or shares knowledge? You would admit that when they get it, it's like soul food, man. When they get it, it's like, oh, they got it. And you see their whole world expand. I eat that little millisecond where your eyes just open and your pupils go a little bit bigger just for that moment. I love it. And I want to see how quickly you can get it. So that's what I'm doing. Every day I'm trying to get better at delivering information. That's what drives me, so you can learn it quicker. And then whether you apply it or not, I can't do anything about that. You've got to apply it, right? You can ask us for help, then we'll help you. But if you don't apply things, if you take this home and turn it into what we call shelf development, a lot of people take these manuals and just use it as shelf development. I'll explain shelf development. You take this home, you slot it in your shelf, and when your friends come around, you show them your shelf, or you've got it stuffed in the back of your car, whatever it is, and you show them all this incredible knowledge that your shelf is now benefiting from. We're not interested in shelf help. We're interested in self-help, and I hope you understand the distinction. So my job is to get you to have the epiphany. Your job is to apply it. Do you understand the difference between the two? Yes. We'll help you apply it, but you've got to take the action to do that. So that's what I really love about it. But this woman, now Oprah finished and she said, "That's the best thing I've ever experienced. Would you like to come on my show and talk to a few people about it?" Now, if you don't understand how the Oprah Winfrey show works, if you go on the show, there is just a small increase in your results. Just a small one. She's now one of the most successful beauty salons in America. Millions and millions of dollars going through that business now because she dedicated her life to her calling. She gave up judgment, shame and guilt and replaced it with the thing she loved the most, popping pimples. And that's it. My wife's actually kind of silly. She likes a good... I'll be talking to her and then all of a sudden you realise she's not looking at you anymore. And she's just looking off to the side and I'm like, "There's a pimple there, isn't there?" She's like, "Can I get it?" I'm like, "Well, you have to get it, because if you don't get it, we're not going to talk any longer. So I just got to stop." And she goes, all right. And she just makes a whole big thing out of it. She builds up because she really wants the experience, It's like it's cleaning something. It's a result. Now, I know it's not the nicest thing to talk about, but what I am saying to you is honour your calling. When we show you your values track in about 5 minutes' time, my advice is get on it. Forget shame, forget guilt, forget judgment, forget fear. Just do your thing. Because no matter what you do, someone's not going to like you. I don't know if you know that about the world. No matter what you do on planet Earth, someone is not going to like you. It's just the simple facts of the whole game.